I just want to thank you guys for the support lately and those who have been liking my video. So for this week, we've upped the budget.
What's up, Slackers? Welcome to Book Cheats.
Bitch better have my money. Pay me what you want it. Bitch better have my money. Don't act like you forgot.
Today, we'll be talking about Of Mice and Men, Chapter 6. This is the final chapter of the book. Sorry about getting the video out late. This week with Thanksgiving and everything, it's just been super swamped. My girl and I, we got a TV, everything's super cheap, and I haven't been able to get the video done. I'm cranking it out today for you guys. Anyway, back to the book. So at the beginning of this chapter, Lennie is by the river where George told him to hide by the brush by the sycamore tree in chapter 1. As he's sitting there, Lennie starts talking to himself and thinks that George is going to come and just do the same old scolding that he usually does. Lennie imagines his Aunt Clara coming and scolding Lennie for killing Curley's wife. Lennie apologizes and then his aunt disappears. After his aunt disappears, Lennie then imagines a giant rabbit. And this giant rabbit starts making fun of him.
Hey look, I'm Lennie, sucking a bunch of dicks. This is you. You can never take care of us, you dumb retard.
It laughs at Lennie and says that Lennie isn't worthy to lick a rabbit's bootstraps. Now this giant Mufasa type rabbit laughs at Lennie for wanting to take care of rabbits, and he says that Lennie would forget to feed them. The rabbit then laughs at Lennie for being dumb and starts repeating that George is going to leave him. Lennie puts his hands over his ears and says that George won't. Suddenly, George comes quietly out of the brush and hears Lennie rambling. The rabbit then disappears and George says, "What the hell are you talking about?" Lennie asks George if George is going to leave him. George says no, he's not going to. Lennie confesses and he tells George that he did a bad thing. George calmly says that it doesn't matter. George seems oddly calm for the situation. Lennie asks if George is going to scold him. George solemnly starts on the regular scolding about how life would be a lot better without Lennie and how he has to take care of Lennie. He stops midway through and Lennie asks him to say the rabbit speech. George tells Lennie to take off his hat and enjoy the breeze. He then tells Lennie to look across the river so that he can imagine the ranch right there. He tells Lennie that he's going to explain it so well that Lennie can just see it. Lennie obeys and looks across the river, and George starts on the speech. He starts giving details about the ranch so that Lennie can imagine it, and as Lennie's looking away, George pulls out Carlson's gun. He's shaking, and Lennie turns one time, and George tells him to keep looking. As George is telling Lennie the story, you can hear the mob of guys coming closer and closer. George points the gun to the back of Lennie's head. When George gets to Lennie's favorite part, and Lennie can imagine the rabbits and everything about the ranch, George pulls the trigger.
George, I see it. The ranch, the rabbits, everything is right there.
Lennie falls down, instantly dead. George throws the gun to the ground. The guys come, and Curley sees the scene first. Curley yells, "By God, he did it!" Carlson asks if George had to steal the gun away from Lennie, and then shot him. George says yes. Slim reassures George that he had to do it. Slim tells George to come get a drink with him. And the last words in the book are from Carlson, and he says,
What the hell is eating them two guys?
And that concludes the book. Thank you so much for the support and thank you for watching Book Cheats. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions from your homework, please leave a comment. So I'm going to do a total chapter summary in my next video, and then after that I'm going to continue on with the books. I'm thinking about reading either Scarlet Letter or some Shakespeare play or something for my next summaries. If you have any input, let me know. Have a great day, and as always, slack on.
Louis 13 and it's all on.